Stars, do you think Pippa had a thing for Prince Harry and thought that maybe she should have a royal husband too? And why in the world Pippa, who lives right there in Norfolk and around all them turnip tops, if she knows what's been happening with Rose Hanbury, her sister, and Prince William, why in the world would she ever name her own daughter Rose? I get it, it's a cute name, but I'm tasting a little salt. Is that salt from tears, or is it the kind of salt that you throw on someone's garden so that the flowers won't grow? In any case, the Mirror has the story. Why Meghan and Harry were banned from sitting together at Pippa Middleton's wedding reception. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were forced to sit apart when they attended Pippa Middleton's wedding due to a bizarre rule she implemented for her guests on the day. When Princess Kate's sister, Pippa Middleton, got married to James Matthews, he of the long neck. Is it always that long, even when flaccid, or is it that long when it's excited? Does he need to reach up and snack on, the high up leaves? What a guan. When Princess Kate's sister Pippa Middleton got married to James Matthews, she had one unusual rule for her guests. The bizarre request had a direct impact on Prince Harry and his girlfriend at the time, Meghan Markle. Pippa and James tied the knot at St. Mark's Church in Inglefield on May 20th, 2017, with Prince George and Princess Charlotte serving their auntie as page boy and bridesmaid. Well, flower girl, right? Not bridesmaid, I would think, but maybe y'all know something different. A girl that young is not a bridesmaid. Am I wrong? Anyway, after the ceremony, their guests departed to head to their reception venue, Bucklebury Village Hall, to park their cars before undergoing an ID check and providing a password to head on to Pippa's parents' estate. Yes, the £5 million estate purchased with money owed to dozens of creditors to the tune of several £1 million. Upon arrival, they were welcomed into a 140-foot glass marquee in the garden, decorated in an enchanted forest theme. It's here where Meghan joined back up with Harry. There was plenty of fun and games at the bash and even an extravagant light show before guests were served food and drink from a luxury menu that included mini haggis, deer carpaccio, what? Langoustine claws, that's like some kind of lobster type thing, and asparagus with hollandaise sauce. However, upon taking to their seats, the guests discovered that they had been banned from sitting with their other halves on the seating plan. Weird. According to Harper's Bazaar, the etiquette guide Debretz says, "It is up to the host to decide whether husbands and wives are to be seated together or apart at formal events. The move is thought to help guests get to know one another better." Well, the move meant that having traveled 3,000 miles from the U.S. to attend with Harry, Meghan was not allowed to sit with him. But she almost didn't get to attend at all when Pippa also implemented a no ring, no bring rule at her wedding. How strange. What a little hater. You're getting married to the man of your dreams. He's an Ichabod Crane from Sleepy Hollow lookalike. If that's what you like, we love it for you. But why are you trying to get in the way of other people being at your wedding reception with their dates of choice? The request meant that their guests could only bring a spouse or fiance as their date. Huh? But Pippa must have made an exception for Meghan, as she was in attendance at the after party with Harry, with the pair photographed at the event. It seems Pippa's brother, James, was also given a pass for the rule, as he also brought a date who was not wearing an engagement or wedding ring with him. At the time, he was in a relationship with TV presenter Donna Eyre, and she accompanied him to the bash as his date. James and Donna later broke up, and he began dating French beauty Alizé, yeah, like the liquor, Alizé Thevenet, who he later wed in 2021. Harry would, of course, go on to wed Meghan just a year later in May 2018, following their engagement in November 2017. That's pretty wild. Why would you institute a rule like that? Why would you even invite somebody who you know isn't married or engaged if you're having like hardcore rules? Like, what is this? Orthodox religious? Is this an Orthodox religious wedding? Like, is this some kind of conservative, I don't know, name your religion? Like, where I don't think that any of the religions would have rules like that unless it was simply to segregate, genders, right? If it was some kind of prayer moment in a house of worship, right? Like, why would you have a rule like that unless you, in particular, wanted to separate certain couples? And again, I ask the question, do you think after Kate's wedding to William that Pippa felt like, oh, well, I want a royal husband too. What about me and my, fetching wedding dress? What about me? And, that didn't work out. The boyfriend Nico didn't work out, and she circled back to long neck, like a Samuel Adams bottle. Again, if she likes it, I love it. He certainly has plenty of money. I think they have 3 children now, but it was quite a feat to find a photograph where you could see his face clearly, not in profile, not hidden away, but, the real deal. Get a real good look at him. And, she has, shall we say, exotic taste. K1965 comments, her wedding, her rules. Oh my goodness comments, nothing new here. We did this at our wedding reception with 1,000 guests for a seated and served dinner. Why would it even occur to somebody to do something like that? Braskneck comments, Game of Thrones. Coffee Club remarks, she's far too big for her boots. How do her parents owe so much to the inland revenue but could still splash out for her wedding? Button 22 adds, her husband-to-be was a billionaire and he paid, and it's not down to the parents to pay for weddings so much these days. Mine never paid for me. We saved up ourselves. And her wedding was 7 years ago when her parents didn't owe the IR anything. Multicast adds, should have enforced the no ring, no bring rule with an iron fist. Why would anyone get so worked up about other people's guests and dates at a wedding? You're supposed to socialize, I get it. And, drinks help with that. But why would you... Anyway, if this is some kind of rule that you embrace, please let me know. It sounds kooky. And again, was Pippa salty that Harry was going to come and didn't ever link up with her, right? Was it just like one little final dig trying to make him uncomfortable and not liking Meghan at that point in 2017? Is that what that was? And subsequent to the marriage, why would you name your daughter Rose? Considering what's going on right now, and apparently it's been going on since 2009, 2010, 2011, when the estate next door to Rose was secured for William's use. Why would you do that unless you're playing both sides against the middle? In my humble opinion, let me know what you think.